What's up, guys, and welcome to this. This is your WWE NXT Battleground 2024 preview / predictions video. I'm your host LK from the SOS Wrestletalk. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, drop a comment with your thoughts and opinions on this upcoming show, and smash the subscribe button. Looking forward to bringing you this show. If you haven't done so already, check out my NXT review I did on Wednesday, reviewing Tuesday night's show and minorly previewing this pay-per-view. Looking forward to diving into this. Myself personally, after watching NXT, and I said this, I predominantly for the last year, I've watched the NXT specials. You know, I've watched the pay-per-views and I've watched the specials on TV. But I haven't really been following it week to week. So I said, I'm going to give this a fucking go. And I watched NXT on Wednesday morning. And I really enjoyed the show. I wouldn't say really enjoyed it. I gave it a strong tie. I didn't give it a win because there was some stuff that wasn't that great, but predominantly it done its job, and that's make me want to watch Battleground. I'm going to be reviewing this either Monday or Tuesday night. It takes place on Sunday night, obviously, with it being me being from the UK. I'm not staying up till 4 or 5 a.m. to watch NXT, unfortunately. That's just not on the books. But I will be giving a review Monday or Tuesday night and looking forward to doing so. So let's get down to breaking down this card, otherwise I'll be here all night. Ladder match. Inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. So we have Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jaden Parker, Mia Yim, and Kelani Jordan. Now, they did a 6-woman tag on NXT, which was actually very enjoyable. Sol Ruka got the win on that one. She hit this absolutely gorgeous springboard flipping Oz cutter. It really was absolutely incredible. So I'm expecting this one based on that 6-man tag. So I'm not very familiar with a lot of those women. And that's not being disrespectful and going, I don't watch women's wrestling. That's not true. It's simply because I haven't watched NXT enough, and that's on me, because after watching Tuesday's NXT, and I generally believe if a lot of you guys, because I can see the TV ratings aren't very high, but if you give NXT Weekly a try, I think you'll actually be surprised at how good the show is. Because obviously I used to do the black and gold NXT reviews every Wednesday night. I used to watch it live. It used to be 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. I used to go live with Coco Sports. Used to do it with Boom Booms and Sammy Sinister. We used to have some good times on that channel. Go check them out if you haven't done so already. And we used to watch NXT, review it live after it aired. Then we watched Lucha Underground and review that. Like, it was a routine, the Wednesday night war, but it wasn't a war. For me, peak Wednesday night wasn't AEW against NXT. That wasn't peak. For me, it was NXT in its prime and Lucha Underground. That was incredible. I think that's a show which is due a rewatch. That is something I might do. I don't know if there's kind of a way to be able to watch that, whether there's a DVD or Blu-ray box set. Can I even do that? Yeah, I could put it in my Xbox. Because fucking hell, the idea of buying a DVD these days is just ludicrous, isn't it? When was the last time you bought a DVD? That's a crazy thought, isn't it? That business has just died. Online has just killed that. And it'll be interesting to see if they make more money from it being in streaming or than DVD sales, but who knows. Yeah, hopefully there's a DVD box out there that I can check out, or if it's online somewhere, if you could let me know in the comments, and if that's something you're interested in. If you're interested in a kind of a Lucha Underground rewatch, and where we could do every Wednesday, we sit down and we watch an episode at a time together. That could be quite fun. Predictions for this. Right, well, it won't be Sol Ruka because she got the win on NXT on Tuesday, because that's not how WWE works. My pick who I want is Kelani Jordan. I really enjoyed her mic work, and I really enjoyed from what I saw in the ring. It really, really was. There was some. Have a quick look. There was a move in that match. I think I wrote down in my notes that she hit that just really impressed me. Was there something I put in here? Oh yeah, it was a really nice reverse suplex. And that's something so simple. It's just a reverse suplex. But when it's done well, I enjoy it. I love wrestling. So seeing stuff done well is just something that really gets me going. So my prediction for that is Kelani Jordan. Wouldn't be surprised if any of these women won. And I'm going to be honest, and again, you wouldn't get this from a lot of YouTubers. They'll just be like, oh, this is, and they'll fake that they know who's going to win. I don't know, simply because I'm not familiar enough. And then we have Obafemi defending the NXT North American Championship against Wesley and Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey cut a really good promo on Tuesday, really making me intrigued in the match. Just the match on this show, I'm looking forward to the least. I really am. I kind of left it going, the promo was good, but I just don't really care. Obviously, you got Gallus who's going to get involved. I wouldn't be surprised if Coffey wins this. My prediction is Coffey, simply because he can then have a run with Gallus with the North American Championships, and you can, there's so many baby faces in NXT that aren't getting, some time. So I'm going to go with Joe Coffey on that one. That could be the sleeper of the night. My expectations aren't very high. I don't really care. So hopefully, they can pull it out of the bag and make a fan out of me. Then we had Shayna Baszler against Lola Vice. This is an NXT Underground match, and this again on Tuesday they did a phenomenal job in building this. They did this kind of inside, which they usually do for the UFC. Obviously, with it being at the UFC Apex, there's going to be lots of UFC guys and girls involved, 100%, no question about that. But, Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice both being there, both being former MMA fighters, I think this could be really good. Shayna Baszler did Bloodsport at WrestleMania weekend. So she's been doing that recently, so she's capable. So I'm looking forward to that and interested to see how they pull that off. Then we have Roxanne Perez defending the NXT Women's Championship against TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace. I say with a tear in my eye, long-term TNA fan, and it's great to see. I hope that WWE don't buy TNA and TNA continue to do their own thing and it just be a working relationship. TNA guys get to go and experience NXT and NXT guys get some more ring time, some more exposure in TNA. It only helps both. You can laugh and go, oh, only 100,000 people watch TNA every week, but that's an extra 100,000 people that then could go, actually I really enjoyed them, I'm going to check them out on NXT. And then they watch NXT and they're like, oh, this is pretty good actually, and then they watch both. Companies working together, and I can't believe I'll say that about WWE, but it is really good. So touch wood, we can get lots of, and it'll be cool to see the TNA roster come out with Grace, kind of have her as in their corner. I think that could be cool, but either way, I expect Perez to win this. I expect it to be close, and expect it to be a good match. Jordynne Grace isn't a slouch, and Perez is a good talent as well. But yeah, good for TNA, man. Really good for TNA. Go check out I did TNA reviews, fuck meals, back when it just became TNA again. And I was really excited, and I watched the first couple of weeks, and I keep saying this, every time I kind of get on a roll with these shows, something happens. So as I said, I think it was in April, I had to move. So I'm in a really good place, actually, one of my favourite places I've lived in. And like I said, I get quite a bit of time now where I can do these shows. So I definitely want to make the most of it, which is why I'm even doing stuff in the can. Like I'm recording this after Dynamite because I know I can't record tomorrow. So look at me, you must be proud. You're proud, but this should be good. I'm really looking forward to that one. I'll be rooting for Grace, just to see her in a TNA ring with the NXT Women's title would be incredible. Then we had Nathan Fraser and Axiom defending against the OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Man, these poor bastards. They've been treated like shit. Like, these guys are, former IWGP champions, former TNA champions. They're not jobbers. So I don't know why no one can come up with... how no one on creative can come up with stories for, Gallows and Anderson is shambolic. It generally is. It's borderline offensive, to be honest. At least they're getting some time here. My predictions are that they win the tag belts. I really do. I think they'll win the belts, and then they'll drop them to a babyface team that needs it. I'm not familiar enough with the NXT roster yet, and again, that's me being honest. I'm not familiar with the NXT roster enough to know if there is kind of that babyface up-and-coming team that can challenge. But that's the thing, and you listen to this, you might not watch NXT every week. You just watch the pay-per-views, so you probably might feel the same. But yeah, it should be a really good match, though. I expect it to be a good match, but my prediction is the OC, just simply because they can hold the belts for a while. It gives them something to do. Like, imagine if they lose. They can't win championships in NXT. They can't win a damn match. I saw that on Speed. Andrade defeated Carl Anderson in under a minute. That's bullshit. Truly bullshit. I don't know why. I hope these guys are earning a great paycheck. Knowing them, they probably are, but man, what a fucking waste. Not them, the WWE, they're wasting them. They're getting paid regardless. And then main event time. Trick Williams, Ethan Page for the NXT Championship. I'm predicting Ethan Page. I think that considering how much talent went from NXT to the main roster, you need to make someone a star and quick. So putting the belt on a heel, Ethan Page, now frees up the heels to kind of come forward, and it's so easy to build a heel up the baby faces then can challenge, because you'll probably get a rematch of Williams against Page, and you can go from there, and you can have a really long title run. And more importantly, Ethan Page, imagine if they sign him, they made a big deal about it, and then he wins the World Championship in his first match. That builds Ethan Page up. That makes him a superstar. That really does. And then he can have a good run with that belt. And then touch wood, we end up seeing him on Raw or SmackDown at some point, because the guy is fucking talented. So that's your quick preview and predictions video from me. Apologies, it's not the longest of ones. It's just a quick, short and simple one for you. But let me know down below your thoughts and opinions on Battleground. Do you watch NXT every week? And if you don't, maybe you should, because I enjoyed Tuesday's episode of NXT and looking forward to seeing where we can go from here. As I said, the review will be either Monday night or Tuesday night. But with that in mind, thank you for watching. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll be catching your asses down the line.